This video is being shown to you under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, education, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Smash that like button. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So yeah, what's up, y'all? It is your girl Survivor Speak, and I'm here with breaking news. Listen, I didn't even get to share it out yet. So, Allie, thank you for hopping on with me. Let me just share this on. Let me share. Okay. So let me share this on X and oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. Y'all know if I'm back here, it gotta be deep. Listen, hold on one second. I can't even get my bearings. Child, what is going on? Allie, what is going on, Allie? Now, I'm gonna put this in on YouTube real quick. I mean, not YouTube. What do you call that? On X real quick. All right. Let me put and then I have to share this to what do you call that? Instagram, just in case anybody want to come over. But yes, my goodness. Breaking news. Oh my goodness. Just when we thought things could not get any worse, child. Things have took a turn. Like, Allie, I know you're like, what in the? She ain't back. Oh yeah, I'm back. Hold on. Let me all right, let me go over here and do on RG real quick. And then we're gonna get started. Child, my heart is a racing. Do you hear me? Do you hear me that my heart is a racing? Wait. No. Let me cancel that. It's gonna be done. I don't need all 3 pages. I just need this current. Let me just get this over here. Child. Hey for always. I know y'all like, what is going on? Because Survivor is back. Child, what is going on? Listen, we got breaking news. Just when we thought that we was going to be done with this Diddy, y'all just give me a second. Let me share this over here to Instagram, just in case somebody want to come over, child. I didn't even get to share it. I just got this breaking news. Hold on. Child. All right, let me just put this over here real quick, just in case somebody want to come over. They got me working hard today. All right, let me. I'm trying to calm down before I cannot believe this. Child, what is going on? My word today, what is going on? Make sure y'all hit the like button. I know sometimes we be forgetting. Y'all, I know y'all not used to me. Oh no, I will not be using his. Yeah, I'm gonna use this because I don't. I can't give it to. I can't use this song. I can't. It's just I can't. Oh yeah, let me just use this, okay? So I can get on with it. Get on. Y'all, I know y'all like, what is going on? What is going on? Why is she back on here? Because we got breaking news, that's why. Hold on. Child, I can't even get my mind together. Y'all don't even understand. I just want to, okay. Oh my gosh. I just want to know what is going on. Child, just when we thought that we was almost done with Diddy. Just when we thought that we was almost out of the, like we at the home stretch. Maybe not. Oh my gosh. Where is I can't even, okay. Child. Child, I don't know what is in the water. Or in the oil. Child, I don't know what is in the water, in the oil, but yeah, in the oil, or I don't know what the astral glide is going on. But oh my gosh, Lord. I don't know what in the astral glide is going on. And I'm trying to figure, like, is this the first? This is not the first. I heard something like this before, but it wasn't what's going on now. Child. I just can't. Okay, listen. I'm coming, y'all. Trust me, I'm coming. Trust me, it's worth the wait. Trust me, it is. Trust me, it is worth the wait. Because I can't believe this. I thought that we were like in the home stretch. It doesn't look like it. Oh my gosh. My gosh, today. And I'm wondering. I am definitely wondering if I'm definitely wondering if this was, so I watched when the family got to court, the boys today. I watched that and I just was like, the men that were in the suits, I'm like, who are they? So I just was like, yeah, my mind went to, see, I don't know if the family, I do see them kind of catering to them when they pull up, right? From the people that are right outside of the, from the people that are right outside, right? I do see that they do have, people come out. I'm sorry, y'all. I just think so. I do see that people are out there, but today it was just like men in like suits, and they embraced the boys. They embraced them. I didn't even. They embraced them, and I'm like, maybe they need to watch that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I was just like, it was just odd to me. But it wasn't like they embraced them like nothing nefarious or anything like that. But it was just like, I get nervous because, they're in suits. The jury is, the jury is needs to be protected, right? It just makes me nervous. But oh my gosh, my heart is racing so fast because this is fast because this is crazy. All right, we're gonna get into it. Let me just change. I forgot to put this in here. All right. All right, I forgot to put the link over here. I have to see because my link is supposed to be highlighted now. All right. Thank you. Hey, Nino Brown. Thank you for coming. Make sure you hit that bell, please. Thank you for being here. So this is like breaking news. Y'all know I did my live for today, but we are back because I thought that we were almost out of the freaking woods, that we were almost to the finish line, with Diddy. But baby, we are not. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Because this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. If you're here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're here for the first time, please hit the like button to support the show for the free 99. So this is breaking news. Let me give you a little backstory really, really quick. Diddy and his son, Justin Combs, are facing a legal nightmare. And the allegations in this new lawsuit are more than explosive. Right? This is crazy. So from shocking claims to career-ending accusations, this is the full breakdown they don't want you to see. All right, listen. Let me get my article up over here. Ali, thank you for always holding me down. I appreciate you both. And for anybody that comes in the chat, comes over, you can support the show by just hitting the like button for the free 99. Okay, so let's get into it. Y'all. So we all know that, right? They do have that King Combs already has some legal trouble about allegedly that, where this woman is alleging that they were on a yacht, right? And he tried to force himself on her. He tried to, kept telling her to drink. She was actually working on that yacht. We know that is, they tried to get that thrown out. And we know that they said, no, that case still stands, right? I had heard, things about like alleged things about Justin finding people to bring back to the house for their pleasures. Well, today there is a lawsuit that has been dropped. And child, let me just read it to y'all. hold on. Hold on, y'all. I know Misa is having a whole breakdown. Okay. I know Misa is having a heart breakdown. Misa, listen, I'm just covering the news. Okay. So Sean Diddy, Combs, and son Justin accused of brutal. Well, how I'm gonna do this? Can I say grape? But more than one person on another. Child. So Justin Combs is accused of luring a Louisiana woman to Los Angeles to be gang raped. I think I can say gang. By his father, Sean Diddy Combs, and 2 other masked men. Hit that like button if you are in here. According to a lawsuit obtained by, shout out to page 6. This is where I'm reading this from. All right. Yes. You know how she feel about them babies. You know how she feel about them feel about that baby. All right. So according to a lawsuit obtained by page 6, Justin allegedly convinced the unnamed woman to travel to California in April of 2017. How old is Justin? Under the pretenses that he would get her a job in the entertainment industry. Hold on 1 minute. Here, Ebony. That thing, I'm sorry, y'all. That thing is right there. From what I ordered in there. Hold on. What are you getting? Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. Here. The card is already over there. Oh, yeah, all the time. No problem, Nino. Thank you so much for being here. He's 31. Thank you for always. All right, so 2017, what is it? 2025? Hold on, y'all. Let me do this math. I'm sorry. I'm just old school with it. My phone, my daughter just took my daggone phone. I can't even. This is crazy. So what was he? Alright, so here you go. He was 23. Okay. So in 2017, under the pretenses that he would get her a job in the entertainment industry, the woman claimed she was put in a Beverly Hills home for several days and was ultimately raped by several men, including the Bad Boys Records founder. Child, this is crazy. All right. So the woman alleged that she connected with Justin, now 31. Okay, they did say his age. He is 31. So thank you. In 2017 via Snapchat, and claimed he asked her for explicit photos, which she agreed to. Per the documents, a few days later, the woman alleged that Justin invited her to California for a weekend to discuss her future career. She claimed that Justin said he would get her a job through Diddy's connection. When the woman arrived in Los Angeles, she said she was picked up by a driver and taken to a home where she allegedly stayed the first night with Justin. According to the suit, the woman claimed she and Justin relaxed and talked, and when she asked if they were going to leave the home, he allegedly said no. On one of the days, the woman claimed he offered her alcohol, pills or poppers, and some weed. She believed to be laced. After taking the D-rugs, she claimed 3 men arrived at the home wearing masks, one of whom was allegedly Diddy, now 55. I'm not gonna be able to do. Like, I cannot take this. This is just too much. So the woman claimed she knew it was the "I'll Be Missing You" rapper. You know what? By his mannerisms, adding that Justin called him Pops. Child, this is just too much. She was then allegedly escorted to a bedroom and told, "You better let this happen or else." The woman claimed each man took turns graping her, claiming that the brutal gang rape occurred from late Saturday night to around mid-afternoon on Sunday. She was allegedly taken to the airport on Monday. Diddy's attorney denied the allegations. No matter how many lawsuits are filed, it won't change the fact that Mr. Combs has never actually assaulted or trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. Oh my God, that y'all, I'm gonna have to show y'all this picture. Why is he looking like that? Why is this child? I tell you now, every time I look at something, I'm seeing something from, So man or woman, adult or minor, a lawyer for the rapper said, "We live in a world where anyone can file a lawsuit for any reason. Fortunately, a fair and impartial judicial process exists to find the truth, and Mr. Combs is confident he will prevail in court." Reps for Diddy, who is currently on trial for trafficking, weren't immediately available to page 6 for comment. Y'all, what is going on? No. Justin is the curly hair. I'm sorry. I got a picture for y'all. I'm sorry. Let me just bring it up. Justin is the curly hair. He's on the thumbnail, but let me just get this picture because I did bring up a picture and I just didn't put it up. You know what? But you know what though, for always, I did look at him. I don't know. Today he kind of looked a little like, I don't know. Maybe it was the angle. Maybe I don't know. Now, y'all, this is too much. But this is not the first time that I've heard something like this. It's not the first time that I heard. So did I take myself off the stage? I believe I did, but y'all can still hear me, right? So this is Justin. This is not right. He's right here on the screen, right? So this is not the first time that I'm hearing something like this about Justin. I heard these accusations before, but no one had ever filed a suit. So it was just like a rumor. But let me go over here because I pulled this up over here, but I want to see what TMZ, because it's on, when it's on TMZ just be ahead of things. I'm a little except with this trial, sometimes I'm like, do they work for them or not? But they're normally, when TMZ puts something out, or even like, page 6 is, pretty, but let me go. I want to see if TMZ is saying the exact same thing. Let me see. Child, this is too much. All right, let me see. How did that get up there like that? Let me see. I want to. Okay, yup. All right. So TMZ is also reporting the same thing. So I'm going to bring over the TMZ. Let's bring it over here. Oh, so they basically, oh my God, they may have a little bit more. Yeah, let me see how I can do this without, I don't want all of these advertisements. They have a lot of advertisements. So that's why, yeah. So I just want to see how, he met her on Snapchat. Let me see if one just copied it from the other. Diddy's son, Justin Combs, lured a woman to Los Angeles with promises of getting her a job in entertainment when she arrives. And this is TMZ. So I'm reading the article from TMZ now. Oh, but when she arrived in LA, she was kept in a house for days and ended up being raped by multiple men, including Diddy, at least according to a new lawsuit. I wonder. This can't be in the federal court. I'm gonna have to go and see if I can pull this up the docs. So in the lawsuit obtained by TMZ, the woman claims Justin initially contacted her through Snapchat in 2017, and they messaged back and forth, with the woman eventually sending Justin. Oh, okay. So they got a little bit more here. Justin with the woman eventually sending Justin risque photos at his request. She says after she sent the snaps, Justin offered to fly her to LA for a weekend. The woman says she was interested in working in entertainment and told Justin as much in their conversations. And she claims Justin told her a trip to LA will help her potential career, telling her if she came, he would get her a job using his and his famous father's connections. So that's about the same. So in her suit, the woman says she flew to LA in April of 2017, and a driver picked her up in a black SUV and drove her to a house in Beverly Hills. She says she stayed in the house with Justin the first night, talking and relaxing. Same thing. So to her surprise, she says they did not leave the house Saturday either. And when she asked if they were ever going to leave, Justin abruptly said no. The woman claims Justin offered her liquor and marijuana on Saturday, and she believed the weed was laced due to the effect it had on her. She says Justin then offered and made her take various pills or poppers. Okay. So in the suit, the woman claims after they consumed multiple drugs, the other men showed up at the house in masquerade masks. She says one of the men was Diddy, who she says she recognized by his stature and mannerisms. She said Justin referred to him as Pops. Oh, Lord, they got this picture of Misa in here, child. The woman claims she was taken upstairs to a bedroom where she was told, you better let this happen or else. She says each of the three men took turns, graping her. Oh, so this is different. Graping her back there on the backside and oral while she was derugged and incapacitated. She says the brutal gang rape went from Saturday night through at least midday Sunday. And she says on Monday, she was driven back to the airport and dropped off. She says during the weekend and afterwards, Justin held over her head the possibility of a job in TV, as well as the photo she sent him on Snapchat. The woman is suing Diddy and Justin for sexual assault and battery, gender violence, and more. And she's going after them for damages. Lord, take the wheel, Lord. Her attorney. Here come her attorney. Her attorney lawyer is Tony Busby. The Texas attorney representing dozens of alleged Diddy victims, and the suit was filed while Diddy is still dealing with his criminal trial in New York. Worth noting, none of Busby's clients have testified in the Diddy trial. Diddy's legal team tells TMZ, no matter how many lawsuits are filed, it won't change the fact that Mr. Combs has never actually assaulted or trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. We live in a world where anyone can file a lawsuit for any reason. Fortunately, a fair and impartial judicial process exists to find the truth, and Mr. Combs is confident he will prevail in court. Ciao. Now, I did hear that Justin used to be like the lurer to lure girls back to the house, but this is the first time I'm hearing of a suit. Tony Busby, Tony Busby and Tyrone Blackburn. Listen, so I don't want to say I had something else on my mind. Y'all know that the chemo fog brain kicked in. I was getting ready to tell y'all something about something else, and I forgot what that was. Like, you know what? Because, Puffy is on trial. People that didn't, she said Tony Buzzer. That's about right. People that were scared to come out They're probably going to be coming out in droves. I just hope that this is not true. I I don't see them settling. But if Diddy is convicted of that RICO, all of his property, all of his assets are gone. But all of his money and all of his assets, so his assets will be sold. His money, his bank accounts will be seized, and then they do open up account for possible victims that are going to be coming forward and filing civil suits. I hope that she knew where she was going. Does she know who? I'm wondering who the driver was that allegedly picked her up. She said she went to a house in Beverly Hills first. According to what she's saying. Let me go in here and see. So I don't know. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. And so they were taking so many pictures today of them. But this is not the first time that I've heard that Justin was getting girls and bringing them back to that house. I heard it before, but nobody filed a lawsuit though. I heard that, but I thought that it was like people girls from where he lived, because Justin still looks very, very young, and they said that's how they were getting them. But I did see a video, I want to say when Justin was turning 18, he was getting ready to graduate from school. I did see a video, they had a party for him, and when I tell you it was filled with kids, like teenage kids. He was still 17 at the time. What was the party for? Because Diddy said on the mic, he's graduating. They was drinking. I said, well, I understand that's your child, but he's not legal age to be drinking. They had the Ciroc turned up, and when I tell you, it was like people everywhere. And Diddy was behind the DJ, and he was like, you know what, we about to go get on a yacht, but if y'all ain't MNF and dancing out here, don't think about coming and getting on a yacht. But it was a lot of young people at the party. It was older people there too, celebrities. Nobody worth really noting, but they were there. I was shocked to see the people that I saw there. Like, because somebody is leaking all of these videos from back then. And I don't know if now Fat Joe, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what's going on with that lawsuit because, oh yeah. So actually, I want to say, I think that Tyrone Blackburn filed I think I saw Cat Not Williams talking about that. Hold on a minute. I think that he filed to have that suit dropped. Hold on, let me pull up Cat Not Williams because I know she has it on her. Let me see if that suit was dropped. I just had it. Did I click out of it? Oh, here it is. It's not up. All right, so let me go over here. Let me pull up Cat Not Williams real quick. All right. All right, here she goes. All right, so Oh, yeah. Let me bring this over here. Shout out to Cat Now. Well, this is Double XL magazine. Let's bring this over here, y'all. Hold on. So this is about Tyrone Blackburn, right? Fat Joe's accuser. Let's see what they're saying. All right, I knew y'all was getting ready to do something crazy like this. All right, let me just blow this up a little bit. So this is shout out to Double XL magazine. I'm using their article off Twitter. They don't really care on Twitter, but we're just gonna look at it. Right here. So Fat Joe's accuser's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, was interviewed outside the jail following his arrest for striking Joe's process server with a car yesterday, June 25th. When asked why he was trying to avoid being served, Blackburn consulted with his lawyer, who told the interviewer Blackburn waived his right to be served in person. It appears as if this is somewhat of a setup, the lawyer says. According to documents independently obtained by Double XL, Blackburn offered to waive service of process for his client, Terrence Dixon, not himself, which is why the attempt was made to serve him directly. Fat Joe's attorney, hold on now. Hold on now. Listen, Fat Joe didn't come to play. He hired Taco Pina. What? Listen. They probably already know it. So Joe Tacopina has responded. Girl. Has responded to Double XL's request for a statement about the video with the following quote: Tyrone Blackburn really can't keep up with his own lies. We have written correspondence that shows he never waived service of process. To the contrary, he refused to accept service, so it's truly ironic that Blackburn and his lawyer don't even have their own story straight. Blackburn is discrediting himself on camera, and soon his web of deceit will be fully exposed for the world to see. Double XL has reached out to Tyrone Blackburn for comment. Fat Joe sued Dixon and Blackburn for extortion and defamation in April over comments Dixon made on social media, accusing Joe of being in an actual relationship with minors. Dixon and Blackburn responded by filing a $20 million lawsuit against Joe earlier this month with the same claims. Hold on. So this is a clip from, they were asking him, he did a short interview after he got out of jail, and they asked him a question, so he's consulting with his attorney. Hold on, what? We got to click into just to hear this? Oh, okay. Hold on.
Another question is, why was Mr. Blackburn trying to avoid being served by Fat Joe?
Again, that's let me just speak.
So it's Tyrone Black. Oh, okay. So Tyrone Blackburn is the one with the dreads, braids or whatever.
So, from my understanding, my client actually offered to waive service with jurisdiction, and this again just shows even more why it appears as if this is somewhat of a setup of Mr. Blackburn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one last question.
Yeah.
Mr. Blackburn, do you care to comment about the previous filings that you filed in terms of court cases where judges were saying that your court cases were incorrectly filed?
Again, because of the sensitivity of this case and the close proximity in time with it, I don't want the prosecution to make any attempt to use anything against him right now, so I think he's not going to answer that question this time.
Okay.
Child, listen. if he is doing anything that he should not be doing, because remember Bonner was on the stand and Bonner said that she fired him because he wanted to add. He's the reason why she's getting the flack on the stand. But when she testified, she said that she got a new attorney and fired him because he wrote in the lawsuit that Diddy had SA'd her, and that's not what she was saying. She said that when Diddy, the way he lifted her up and dangled her, his hands was touching her breast. However, she did not think that it was because he was trying to SA her. It just happened because how he lifted her up to dangle her over the balcony. And so she didn't like the way he said that. And so she got rid of him. All right. So let's see. I want to see the because she did have on here. Kat, where is it at? I saw you put it up here today. Okay, I think this is it. Yep. Tyrone. So this is Kat Not Williams. Oh yeah. Oh, so it's up. Hold on. This is Kat Not Williams. Shout out to Kat Not Williams. I saw this earlier when I was on here. Girl, what do you need? Excuse me, y'all. That's my daughter. She's just child. So Fat Joe cases plus Tyrone Blackburn. Alex Spiro has filed a motion to dismiss on behalf of Rock Nation and Dixon versus Carter Gina. Oh, so Tyrone Blackburn has filed a motion to dismiss on behalf of Dixon himself and his law firm in the Carter Gina versus Dixon story. Wait a minute. Who is that? I thought, didn't he come before? Who was that? Bring the board. Child. Okay, so let me see something. Let's look at this doc really quick. So she got hold on, let's have to click here. I want to see what he dismissed. This is not it. Child, they're just suing each other. Let me take this off of here. They are just suing each other. This is crazy. But where is the did they sue them and they hold on? Okay. Blackburn affidavit, Joseph. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, here it is. All right, can y'all see that? That he gonna lose his law license. He's gonna lose his law license because why does this keep happening? He's gonna oh, I'm sorry, I thought I had it up there for y'all. There we go. Why does this keep happening? He's gonna lose his law license. I'm telling y'all. Look, Joseph Carter Gina versus Terrence Dixon, Tyrone Blackburn and T.A. Blackburn Law PLLC. Tyrone A. Blackburn hereby declare, according to 28 USC, I am the managing attorney of T.A. Blackburn Law PLLC, counsel for defendants Terrence Dixon, Tyrone Blackburn and T.A. Blackburn Law, PLLC, in the above captioned matter. I submit this declaration in support of defendant's motion to dismiss the complaint according to federal rules of civil procedure. As set forth more fully in the accompanying memorandum of law, plaintiff's complaint fails as a matter of law. The defamation claim does not plead facts showing actual malice as required under New York Times Company versus Sullivan. He's citing the case, nor does it allege falsity or overcome the substantial protections afforded by the First Amendment and New York's litigation and anti-SLAPP privileges. The plaintiff's intentional infliction of emotional distress claim is duplicative of his defamation theory and independently deficient for failure to allege outrageous conduct or severe distress as required under New York law. Attached hereto as Exhibit A is a true and correct copy of the complaint filed in Dixon versus Cartagena, which sets forth in detail the factual basis for the challenge statements. That action includes claims under the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act and the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, and remains pending before this court. The statements at issue in the incident case are either quoted directly from that litigation or were made in anticipation of it. Accordingly, they are absolutely or qualifiedly privileged under New York law and are protected speech within the meaning of the First Amendment and New York civil rights law. For the reasons stated in the accompanying memorandum and based upon the pleadings and record in this matter, defendants respectfully request that the court dismiss the complaint in its entirety with prejudice and grant such other relief as it deems just and proper. I declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the United States of America that the foregoing is true and correct. So, child, what did you go do all of that for only to drop the lawsuit? To file to have he filed to have the lawsuit dismissed, and what he's saying here is that it's because the this is crazy. Basically, what he's saying is he don't really have the real facts. That's what he's really saying. So you know what? Something needs to happen with him. Something needs to happen with him. He's going to wind up losing his law license. So I guess maybe now Fat Joe is suing him. Let me see if that's the case. Child, this is too much. This is too much. Hold on. Let me I want to see if the other lawsuit, if Fat Joe is now suing him. You know what? All these people, I think, you know, what do they do? How do they select? How do they select who they're going to go after? So this guy was allegedly, well, he was Fat Joe's hype man. And I just think that, yeah, Fat Joe was suing him. I think the paperwork is here too. Give me one moment. I'm gonna pull that up. I think that, you know, because they're having so many issues with these lawsuits that Tyrone Blackburn is filing. All right, so here it is. Yep. Wait, no, this is. Okay, so no, this is the one I just read. Okay. All right, so here it is. So let me go back and see. So this one is Joseph Carter. He is the plaintiff. Jury trial. Close out of here and see. Okay. Let me see if this is what this says. Well, where is this saying that Tyrone? Let me see if this is the right one. Okay, so yeah, here it is, y'all. Okay, so I got it. So this is Fat Joe. What Fat Joe is? Why is we're on the same thing, right? I mean, yeah. Let me blow this up a little bit because I don't know why it's. You know what? Sometimes you have to move it like that. Still small over here. Oops. Yeah. No, we just saw. I don't know what the heck I done did. How did I lose it? We just read this one. I had the one open for Fat Joe. Hold on a minute. What Fat Joe is saying, listen. Oh, here we go. All right. So yeah, I was. Why is it doing this? All right. This thing is long. All right, so I have it here. Let's see. He gonna get enough of playing around with people. He is. This is crazy. Yeah, let me see if I take it from here. I was trying to open it more. We gotta do this. All right, here we go. Let me see something. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I want to maximize it. I don't know why. I did this the other day and I had to find it. Anyhow, let me go ahead. I'm gonna. So this is plaintiff Joseph Cartagena as and for his complaint against defendants. He's suing Terrence Dixon and Tyrone Blackburn. And T.A. Blackburn Law PLLC hereby alleges as follows. Plaintiff, come on. I don't like the way this. Let me see. Hold on, cause all right. No, that's not. Let me see. All right, this is better. All right, here we go. Like, what in the world is going on? All right, so yeah, let me do this one. Let me blow it up just a little bit. Light all of my daggone eye. All right, so y'all can see it. All right, so here we go. All right, so plaintiff Joseph Cartagena, who is professionally known as Fat Joe, is a world-renowned musician, entrepreneur, and philanthropist for approximately a dozen years and ended nearly 6 years ago. Defendant Terrence Dixon, who is professionally known as TA, worked with Cartagena as a hype man, a supporting performer who increases audience engagement with interjections and chants. Cartagena compensated Dixon handsomely for his role, and Dixon never complained or expressed any dissatisfaction with his pay or other conditions of his work, nor could he. Cartagena began working with Dixon in approximately 2006. Dixon eagerly accepted the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be a part of Cartagena's team. He also accepted the generous compensation Cartagena paid him, And throughout their relationship, Dixon enjoyed the perquisites. Perquisites? Oh, wow. I'm going to have to look. Perquisites of touring. Prerequisites? I don't know. It says perquisites of touring, luxurious travel, and other fringe benefits of being part of a world-renowned musicians team. The relationship ended amicably in 2019, and Dixon never raised any issues or sought any additional compensation over these past 6 years. Then something changed. In an obvious money grab, all these years later, Dixon claims that he should have been paid more. He claims falsely that Cartagena recently blocked him from getting outside funding for a record label, which was the last straw. That caused him to dredge up decades-old supposed grievances and issues, none of which were aired contemporaneously, and more importantly, none of which are true. Thus, instead of speaking to Cartagena about his post hoc grievances, Dixon made countless posts on social media containing a torrent of wholly fabricated, grotesque, and scandalous allegations. Come on, Taco. So accusing Cartagena of unspeakable acts such as PDF, statutory grape, and SA. For example, Dixon published shocking falsehoods on Instagram, including that Cartagena was dating and having sex with a 16-year-old girl, flew an underage girl across state lines and out of the country, had a full-fledged relationship with Nikki, who was underage, and does at Market America knows they have a PDF as their spokesperson. Ooh, that hurts if he has he's messing with his business dealings. This is great. They even suing Smokey Who's suing Smokey Robinson for always? I did not hear that. Tyrone Blackburn? He needs to be stopped. Because when real victims comes out, this is why they don't want to believe them, because you have these ambulance chasers filing these false lawsuits, and this may be could be a reason why we know that there are victims as it relates, real victims as it relates to Diddy. Cassie is a victim. Jane at a certain point became a victim, and then people don't want to believe victims because of things like this. Because this is why everybody keeps asking Tisa, is Allie Carter? Y'all know I ain't getting into that, but y'all know I already told y'all about that. Two of his ex-housekeepers, Lord, take the wheel. Dixon calculated incorrectly. Cartagena is steadfast and resolute. The allegations are false, and Cartagena will never succumb to Dixon's repugnant tactics. But Dixon was not done. Frustrated by Cartagena's fortitude, Dixon hired defendant Tyrone Blackburn, who, in the words of the Honorable Judge Denise Coate of this court, improperly files cases in federal court to garner media attention, embarrass defendants with salacious allegations, and pressure defendants to settle quickly. He's going to lose his law license, y'all. And just a few months ago, the Honorable J. Paul Oetken of this court issued a warning to Blackburn because his filings are replete with inaccurate statements of law and full of similar irrelevant insults, misstatements, and exaggerations. Jones versus Combs. See that? Child. So isn't that Jones but he's the one that got he was part of the reason why they got this kicked off. But anybody that is a real victim, don't hire Tyrone Blackburn. He's not, your stuff is going to just get tossed out. Oh my gosh. Judge Oetken was flabbergasted by Blackburn's misconduct and stated that any licensed member of the bar would espouse such an observed understanding of the law is not just disturbing, but shocking. Dixon and Blackburn started with a written demand on March 23rd, 2025 for compensation as a ghostwriter and uncredited vocalist on certain of Carter Gina's songs. When this absurd and false claim did not garner the response that the defendants desired, namely an unwarranted payout from Carter Gina, they sunk to much lower depths. By a letter dated April 21st, 2025, which attached an intended complaint against Carter Gina, Dixon and Blackburn threatened to file that complaint not just for unpaid wages and other compensation, but also, and with utter disregard for truth or decency, false and outrageous allegations against Carter Gina that have absolutely nothing to do with Dixon's purported unpaid wages, including unspeakable acts such as statutory rape, forced labor, sound familiar, trafficking, and fraud. To the contrary, Dixon and Blackburn's allegations concern third parties that Blackburn admitted are not his clients. These monstrous accusations, notably lacking from the March 2025 demand letter, are conjured from thin air and once again designed to extort Carter Gina to pay Dixon's and Blackburn's outrageous financial demands. Blackburn also made false statements during calls with Carter Gina's counsel that he personally verified all allegations and had spoken with critical witnesses, including one of the alleged minors, who have denied speaking to Blackburn. Wow. Blackburn continued to threaten Carter Gina on a daily basis with many evening, late night, and or early morning email messages to his counsel, stating things like, "We will report him to Homeland Security. Playtime is over." This guy must have some mental issues. Seriously. The case has just expanded into a civil RICO case on April 28th, 2025, and that he was adding Carter Gina's marketing partner to the complaint for aiding and abetting. Email on April 26, 2025. The threats, however, have failed to achieve their goal. He probably didn't think that Joe was going to hire the likes of Takapina. So, Takapina don't come to play. So Blackburn, I'm not sure, this is not a game. This is not a game, and that's the same thing that happened with Jay-Z with that young lady that Busby filed that case for, and everything could, you could verify everything that she said, and I already knew it wasn't false because I was like, wait a minute, it was false. I knew it was false because I was like, wait a minute. That don't make sense. You can go back and pull up pictures. You can pull up all of that. And the fact that she lived 5 hours away from New York. She lives in a different part of New York, right? 5 hours away. How did you first off, when she said she ran with no clothes on to the gas station and met her father, and your father just drove you home, he didn't ask you nothing. He didn't, I just was like, wait a minute, hold on, my head hurts. And so if Jay-Z would have just caved into whatever, he's like, well, who am I paying? Who is she? Who am I paying? Because what? And she said that it was all, they had this whole jumbotron. It was crazy. And then she said that she was talking to, I forgot that group name that was on tour overseas. It's just a mess. Lil Rod's lawsuit got dismissed because of Blackburn filing paperwork on time. Even after he was given an extension, he also doesn't vet his clients. So you think that Lil Rod was not being truthful either? He was there the first day at the trial for Diddy. And they asked him, why are you here? He said, I'm here to get justice. See justice be served or something like that. So Dixon and Blackburn's conduct is thus a cold-blooded attempt to extort exorbitant sums from Carter Gina by leveraging the specter of public disgrace and professional ruin. His defamatory statements accusing Cartagena of heinous crimes are devoid of any factual foundation, relying instead on the power of shock, scandal, and Cartagena's high-profile status to maximize leverage. And Blackburn's threats to publish false allegations against Cartagena under the cloak of the judicial system are shakedown tactics masquerading as lawyering and are entirely consistent with Joe Coates' statement above. Cartagena thus brings his lawsuit in the pursuit of justice and to shut down Dixon's and Blackburn's predatory plot built entirely on lies to destroy Cartagena's reputation and business for profit. Plaintiff Joseph Cartagena, known professionally as Fat Joe, is an individual and citizen and resident of the state of Florida. Defendant Terrence Dixon, known professionally as TA, is an individual and citizen and resident of the state of New York. Defendant, now Tyrone Blackburn is a defendant. Defendant Tyrone Blackburn is an attorney and resident of the state of New York. He is the principal of his eponymous law firm, Defendant T.A. Blackburn Law, PLLC. Blackburn's conduct described in this complaint were taken on behalf of himself individually and on behalf of Defendant T.A. Blackburn Law, PLLC. Defendant T.A. Blackburn Law, PLLC is a law firm organized under the laws of the state of New York and operates its principal place of business from Brooklyn, New York. This court has subject matter jurisdiction under 28 U.S.C. 1332 because the matter in controversy exceeds the sum or value of $75,000, exclusive of interest and costs, and is between citizens of different states. Cartagena is a citizen of the state of Florida. Dixon, Blackburn, and Blackburn Law are citizens of the state of New York. Upon information and belief, no member of Blackburn Law resides in or is a citizen of the state of Florida. This court has personal jurisdiction over Dixon, Blackburn, and Blackburn Law because they are citizens of any reside in the state of New York. Should not be any residents. Okay, so venue in this district is appropriate under 28 U.S.C. Because Dixon resides in this judicial district. Any substantial part of the events or omissions giving rise to the claim herein occurred in this judicial district. Factual background. Cartagena is a world-renowned musician, producer, actor, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. Cartagena is a native of Bronx, New York. His music career began in the early 1990s and has spanned decades. He is known as one of the most influential figures in the rap industry. Cartagena has released 11 studio albums and 5 collaborative albums to much critical acclaim. He has sold over 1.5 million albums. He has won Billboard Latin Music Awards, Latin Dance Club Play Track of the Year, and has been nominated for 5 Grammy Awards. Cartagena is also a successful entrepreneur. He co-founded the clothing store FJ560, launched his own sneaker line FJ560, really? And invested in Rewinded 10 and Up NYC. Cartagena also has countless endorsement deals which rely on his pristine image. Cartagena is a philanthropist. His many philanthropic endeavors include, in January of 2022, helping to organize a day-long fundraiser for families who were impacted by a tragic apartment fire at the Twin Parks Northwest Apartments in the Bronx. In late September of 2023, Cartagena visited the Eagle Academy for Young Men in the Bronx and gifted unknowing students over $100,000 in brand new clothing to start the school year. Cartagena frequently arranges speaking engagement at public schools and with politicians to promote a wide array of community forward initiatives, including educational advancement in low-income areas and public health awareness. Cartagena has received numerous civic awards, including the Key to New York City, and an honorary doctorate from Lehman College. He has a place on the Bronx Walk of Fame. Cartagena's biography with the Bronx Walk of Fame states that his contributions to the genre is his entrepreneurial pursuits and his dedication to philanthropy have made him a respected figure in both the music industry and the wider community. After years of working together, Dixon fabricates claims that Cartagena engaged in unspeakable acts, including PDF and Grape. At various times from approximately 2006 to 2019, Dixon acted as a hype man for Cartagena, assisting him on tours and concerts. In exchange for services, Cartagena compensated Dixon handsomely. For years, the arrangement worked well and without issue. Some 4 years later, however, Dixon, in a blatant money grab, began to attack Cartagena in order to attempt to monetize Cartagena's fame and good reputation for his own benefit. In 2023, Dixon initiated a campaign of public harassment against Cartagena by making and publishing countless defamatory and false statements on his public social media accounts, including his Instagram account at That Strategy. This pattern of conduct is unfortunately par for the course for Dixon. He has repeatedly told even members of his family that if they did not stop working with Cartagena, he would put false information about Cartagena out on social media and would take all of Joe's money. Dixon falsely accuses Cartagena of SA. In June 2010, Cartagena performed in Wisconsin. Following a show, a fan made allegations of inappropriate touching. Within hours, Cartagena was cleared of any wrongdoing. As explained by his attorney, Fat Joe had no contact with and never spoke to his accuser. He was questioned for a few minutes at his hotel room and was never detained by the police. For his part, Dixon never complained to Cartagena or upon information and belief to anyone else about the supposedly horrific acts that he witnessed. In fact, the inappropriate touching allegation was made against Dixon. Not Cartagena. Nevertheless, and knowing that his statements were false, on June 17, 2023, Dixon posted a screenshot of the 2010 CNN News article to his Instagram account entitled "Rapper Fat Joe Questioned About SA Complaint in Wisconsin." Dixon's post featured a picture of Cartagena with the following caption: "At Fat Joe, this grape charge was on you. I know the story and I will go into full detail." Dixon again accused Cartagena of grape later that day, posting, "At Fat Joe, Milwaukee was scary and it was your fault. Should I go into detail?" In October 2023, Dixon sent a series of extortionate WhatsApp messages to Cartagena's manager. Dixon sent manager a fake picture of a news headline: "Fat Joe, statutory grape victim revealed." Dixon threatened, this is crazy. This is just absolutely crazy if this did not happen. This is what the newspaper is going to look like. His daughter is going to be real proud of him. I'm going to tag Jordan, Nike, CNN, the president and the vice president. Every major outlet will have this now. Think about it. This just won. On the same day, Dixon ominously warned, "The countdown is on. Tell the fat man be smart. I warned him before. And that Joe got it effed up. I get it, Joe. Didn't get it yet. I'm the predator. Joe's the prey." This is what he posting on his social. Child, these people is dumb. Dumb. Dixon doubled down on his false allegations of SA in a December 2024 YouTube interview in which he falsely accused Cartagena of assailing a woman in Wisconsin by placing his hand up her skirt. Dixon knew that these statements were false. Cartagena never essayed anyone. Authorities never charged or detained Cartagena in connection with the allegations in Wisconsin and cleared him of any involvement shortly after speaking with him. Rather, Dixon attempted to resurrect a decade-plus-old false accusation and headlined to support his campaign of harassment and extortion. Dixon outrageously accuses Cartagena of statutory grape. Dixon's statements escalated later in 2023. Desperate to harm Cartagena, Dixon accused him of being a PDF. These allegations were again false, which Dixon knew when he made them. On August 31st, 2023, for example, Dixon posted about Cartagena, whom Dixon occasionally calls Lil Joey, stating, "Lil Joey doing his PDF dance when he bags another 16-year-old child." Similarly, on September 9th, 2023, Dixon posted another picture and stated, "Little Joey Cap doing his PDF dance. He's diving looking for little girls, 100. They even got the 100 emoji sign in here. Listen, y'all know Takapina don't be playing. So on September 13th of 2023, Dixon posted at Fat Joe, you asked me, do I take any accountability? Yes, I do, for watching you mess with underage girls. But I was minding my business. Stop moving around in the streets like you wasn't messing with the underage girl and you're a PDF. This is horrible. If this is not true, Fat Joe, you need to go all the way through with this lawsuit. Because he has so many endorsement deals. If these people can say no. Just like I don't know if it's true or not. Like, we don't know what's true or not. But Amina Butterfly was going with what is his name? Peter Gunz. So she has children by Peter Gunz. So she went live over the weekend, said she was in Germany and they were homeless. So Peter Gunz was on, what is that show? He came on the show and he was saying, if Amina is in, if you see Amina in the chat, ask her to come up here and clear this up. So basically what he's saying in a nutshell is that Amina said she was going to Germany to visit her family. His children are enrolled in the school in LA. He gives her money. He was like, even if he don't have it, he gives it to her more than he gives his other children. So he said that he would have never signed for his children to go to Germany if he knew that she was going to go down there and stay. He had no idea she was supposed to be staying. He said he would never let his children go. And he's like, please tell her to come up here and clear this up. He said, we didn't have any issues. I want to know, I need her to come and publicly clear this up, because what is she talking about? And he's like, he was hurt. And he was all choked up and everything. And but if it's not true, that's crazy if she's telling a lie, but we don't really know. But he said that he had to sign in order for his children to go to Germany. And he asked her, why are you leaving? Why are you going over there? You may try to come back in here and Trump may not let you back in the country. You know what's going on with ICE? So is she not legal? Didn't she marry you? She didn't get a green card? I don't know. He said that she's wanted to get back out there in the limelight. She loved being on Love and Hip Hop. And that's just not what he wanted to do. And he said he was getting ready to finalize an endorsement deal. And when Amina Butterfly went live, the company he was doing the endorsement deal with said, we can't have you repping our brand and you're a deadbeat father. So he said he just lost that endorsement deal. It was going to pay him $7,500 a month and help take care of his children. He said he takes care of all his children. So listen, I don't know if that's not true. Hopefully she'll clear it up. He was like, he spoke to her right before she posted that picture and used his kids for. And he was like, she's down there with her family. She's asking me money to go to a jazz concert. So if she's homeless, why are you asking me for money to go to a jazz concert? I don't know. We don't know what's true or not, but that's what he said. I'm hoping it's not true. My sister used to live at the Twin Parks Apartment. That's where that big part. Oh, wow. So Dixon further attempted to tarnish Cartagena's professional reputation and connections by explicitly tagging Cartagena's business connections in his defamatory posts. For example, Cartagena is the president of Urban and Latino Development of Market America, a product brokerage and internet marketing company. On December 6, 2023, Dixon posted about Cartagena, tagging Market America's Instagram account and writing, does at Market America know they have a PDF as their spokesperson? Dixon's abhorrent defamatory conduct continued throughout 2024. May 23rd of 2024, Dixon posted about Cartagena stating, Little Joey was dating and having sex with a 16-year-old girl named Nikki, aka Shakita. He had a full-fledged relationship with her for 5 years. June 15th of 2024, Dixon sent manager a WhatsApp message stating, tell Lil Joey I got something he's afraid of. Just when y'all thought he was untouchable, he instructed to tell your man this will end it all. He instructed manager to tell your man this will end it all. Oh, okay. So September 20th of 2024, Dixon posted a picture of Carter Jr., Sean Diddy Combs, and DJ Khaled to his Instagram account stating, hashtag Fat Joe, Nikki was underage when you flew her across state lines and out the country. Yo, this guy is crazy. Yeah, that's what he was saying. Why are you saying you homeless? He said that she was supposed to be, he had told her, don't go to Germany. Just she was supposed to be moving to an Airbnb. He was going to pay the rent up for some time. But he was like, he had to go and help her move out of the apartment where she was in. And he's saying she said it online. I'm moving because I can't keep up my end of the bargain. So he's doing his part, but I can't do my part. And she said she wanted to go vacation in Germany, see her family to clear her head. But he was telling her, they got all this stuff going on with ICE. I want to know why she's not right, though. So what if you try to come back into the country and they don't let you? But his children are from here. So he said, well, I could have took my children. She never told me she was going down there to stay. He said he had a feeling in the pit of his stomach and he really didn't want to do it, but he went ahead and did it anyway. He talked to her. He said he bought the tickets, according to him. So, and he's like, how is she homeless and she's down there with her sisters and her mother? Like, how is she homeless? Some people, he's like, she wants to be back in the limelight. So on October 1st of 2024, Dixon posted to both his Instagram and Threads account a post stating Fat Joe had a full-fledged relationship with Nikki, who was underage, and Fat Joe knew Dre was having sex with the underage girl because Joe was the guy telling him, calm down, we're going to take care of it. On December 28, 2024, Dixon posted to his Instagram account a post accompanying images of Cartagena with the following caption, hashtag Fat Joe, Milwaukee was scary, the girl wasn't lying, and this happened in Wisconsin. Joe was being a thirsty N-word and almost got us locked up for hashtag SA. The caption is accompanied by 4 headlines. It's officially over for Fat Joe. Fat Joe investigated for SA. Fat Joe's ghostwriter, TA, the legend, and Fat Joe former employee finally speaks out. Child, this is too much. Dixon falsely alleges that Cartagena cheated him out of money and credit. Beyond the false allegations of PDF and SA, Dixon also falsely claimed that Cartagena underpaid him for his services and did not credit him for songs he allegedly wrote for Cartagena. For example, on March 17, 2025, God dog, that was just a couple months ago. Dixon published a story to his Instagram account accompanying the headline of a video titled Fat Joe Calls Gongu Roach a Liar. The story stated, you have a very long history of stealing and robbing people, and you stole from Pun and his family. You settled in court to pay Liaz Rios $2.3 million, not counting the rest of the money you stole. On March 18, 2025, Dixon posted to his Instagram Threads account, hashtag Fat Joe, don't never forget who kept you breathing. I wrote this for your homie. Child. He's childish. So Dixon also published defamatory statements in an April 13, 2025 interview on the Off the Books podcast. On the podcast, Dixon falsely alleged that Cartagena underpaid him for his services and did not credit him for songs he allegedly wrote for Cartagena. Dixon publicly published these statements on his social media accounts and in interviews knowing they were false. He plainly intended to humiliate and defame Cartagena, harm his reputation, and coerce him into paying Dixon millions of dollars that Cartagena did not owe. Dixon falsely made heinous posts about Cartagena and his wife. Dixon also attempted to pressure Cartagena by humiliating him and his wife. On January 22nd of 2024, Dixon asked manager to tell Joe, I'm going to live to talk about that threesome his wife had. God dog it. She's a nasty scumbag, that right, your boss is a sucker. In another Instagram post, Dixon tagged Cartagena's wife and stated, you really don't care that this safari grass back 3-inch pink slimy king jerk chicken spider path. What the heck? Ass was cheating on you so much that never even gave it a shot of being faithful. You don't care that he lived in the the whole house. You don't care. You know what? I witnessed him getting his peach eaten. That ninja is out of control. I got something special. Do you want it? I said, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Dixon even tagged Cartagena in a post to say that, Fat Joe, should I blast one name off that your wife cheated on you with, or should I wait to go into full detail? 100. It will hurt you. She's a beast. Dixon made countless, oh my gosh, other posts attempting to belittle and humiliate Cartagena. Many of these posts superimpose Cartagena's head on another person's body. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they did say that, but you look, child, let me go pick. Dixon hired Blackburn to continue his extortionate scheme. Frustrated by his inability to overcome Cartagena's resolve, Dixon upped the ante by hiring Blackburn and Blackburn Law to shake Cartagena down. But Blackburn is no ordinary lawyer. He is an extortionist, masquerading as a lawyer in a cynical ruse to use the court system as both a sword and a shield for his unethical conduct. Blackburn's gambit has not gone unnoticed. Just over a year ago, in April of 2024, Judge Coates stated that a reasonable inference from Blackburn's pattern of behavior is that he improperly files cases in federal court to garner media attention, embarrass defendants with salacious allegations, and pressure defendants to settle quickly. Indeed, his submissions to this court have been rife with disturbing allegations against the defendants and the defense counsel. Blackburn has called defense counsel in this action a disgusting racist for rejecting his preferred mediators. In response to this court's order requiring plaintiff to submit an affidavit regarding the representation made by the plaintiff to counsel regarding Fisher's residence, Blackburn filed a wholly inappropriate 53-paragraph affidavit containing multiple irrelevant and scandalous accusations against Fisher. Zunzarovsky versus Fisher. And less than a month ago, Judge Otkin issued a warning to Blackburn. Combs, see, this is what we don't need right now. We don't need nobody filing nothing false against Combs. Because Combs is he was in the streets combing. So Judge Otkin first stated that Blackburn filed admittedly false claims. Then, after reviewing Blackburn's filings, Judge Otkin concluded that they are replete with inaccurate statements of law, conclusory accusations, and inappropriate ad hominem attacks on opposing counsel. Blackburn also appears to be suffering from a personal crisis. An investigation report of the East Orange Police Department provides that on April 17th of 2024, Blackburn's girlfriend's best friend alleged that Blackburn was harassing her. According to the report, the best friend stated that Blackburn called her a biatch numerous times, texted her, "I hope your mother has a life insurance policy because you are worth more unalived than alive," and made various statements to her that she claimed were false. The report states that the best friend is in fear for safety because she does not know what Mr. Blackburn is capable of. He's just a menace. What the heck? Blackburn's conduct regarding Cartagena appears to be more of the same. He has demonstrated a pattern of unprofessional and erratic behavior that raises significant concerns. Blackburn has repeatedly referenced unrelated cases involving other clients, often in an attempt to intimidate or distract from the issues at hand. In several communications, Blackburn has engaged in name-dropping celebrities, seemingly to bolster his own credibility and to exert undue pressure. On Cartagena, most troubling, however, are the numerous emails sent well after business hours, which are characterized by bizarre, stream of consciousness style and contain vague, threatening language. Following the unsuccessful shakedown by way of the March 23rd, 2025 letter seeking compensation for songwriting and performing on April 21st of 2025, Blackburn sent a second letter reasserting Dixon's demands for payment. This time, however, Blackburn added outrageous false allegations of misconduct, including purported violations of the Trafficking Victims Protection Act for alleged acts of forced labor and coercive ex trafficking. As a plain indication of its lack of merit, the second letter lacked any specific allegations of purported wrongdoing, failing to specify a single instance in which Cartagena allegedly compelled Dixon to continue working for him or engage in X act. Despite Dixon's claims lacking any basis, Blackburn threatened to immediately file an already drafted complaint premised on Dixon's false allegations of forced labor and ex-trafficking if Cartagena did not accede to Dixon's demands by April 25th of 2025. What? This is shakedown, straight shakedown. This demand gave Cartagena a 4-day window before Dixon would go public with his false allegations. On April 22nd, 2025, Blackburn sent an email to Cartagena's counsel, bizarrely threatening to report Cartagena to Homeland Security and file suit without further warning. What? He also claimed that he had video and other evidence to back up Dixon's claims. On April 23rd of 2025, Cartagena's counsel spoke to Blackburn to discuss Dixon's allegations and to ascertain why Blackburn threatened to call Homeland Security. Cartagena's counsel also asked Blackburn for the video evidence of Dixon's claim, but Blackburn admitted he had never seen some of the video evidence he claims substantiates his client's allegations. Yo, what the hell? Do you know what? This is just crazy. Further, Blackburn threatened to submit a sworn statement by one of Cartagena's former managers to corroborate the claims against Cartagena. On April 25th of 2025, Blackburn sent Cartagena's counsel a third letter containing even more vile and false allegations against Cartagena and demanding that Cartagena pay Dixon a settlement payment of 20. Is that 20,000? No, that's 20 million, ain't it? Yeah, that's 0.0000000. What? To release Cartagena from Dixon's bogus claim, the third letter multiplies higher than his previous. So that's supposed to be 20,000. Because he's asking for 2.6 million demand. The third letter again threatened that Dixon would initiate litigation immediately if Cartagena failed to accede to Dixon's demands that same day. Sounds like Tony Busby as well. And would also drag in one of his business partners, Market America. Blackburn's baseless threats were then repeated in a flurry on unhinged emails sent long after the close of business. April 26, 2005 at 9:52 p.m., stating that he was going to sue a business affiliate with Cartagena along with the business owners. April 27th, this is harassment. At 11:36 p.m., refusing to provide names of individuals Blackburn claims were making allegations against Cartagena. April 28th at April 28th, 2025 at 11:01 p.m., refusing to provide evidence and basically claiming that Cartagena's counsel was conflicted. April 29th, 2025 at 12:15 a.m., playtime is over. Blackburn repeated his heinous false allegations against Cartagena on a call with Cartagena's lawyer on April 28, 2025, during which he stated that he personally verified the alleged claims and spoke with certain critical witnesses, including one of the alleged minors, and that his 20 million demand was based on other cases which bore little resemblance to the facts. Herein, for example, to inflate his demand, Blackburn referenced how former National League football star Shannon Sharpe's attempt to settle a case for 10 million was turned down. In fact, Blackburn warned Tony Busby he just filed against Shannon Sharpe last week. And like Shannon Sharpe's career is damn near over now because of that. With that woman who was 19 years old and a model on OnlyFans or whatever it is, right? And he and Shannon Sharpe offered 10 million in mediation, to get rid of it. to try to resolve it. And Tony Busby still filed, did not care. You know what it 50 million for a clearly consensual adult relationship. And like Shannon Sharp, what, you see this stuff? This is great. You see how he's writing and stuttering? How you writing and stuttering? How you stuttering in penmanship? That's what I want to know. And like Shannon Sharp got kicked off ESPN, he lost everything. On the call, Blackburn also stated that he emailed Cartagena's lawyer a completely irrelevant audio recording with Dixon's permission. And Blackburn followed up on his third letter and call with Cartagena's. Oh my gosh, I didn't think I was going to be here this long. My battery is dying. We almost finished, y'all. We almost out of here. I just want to finish reading. This is crazy. This is like, he's going to lose his law license. You know why? Because he has judges that are, speaking against him, and you're filing all these false claims. And just because you go ahead and dismiss them, you already muddy the waters. Like so many people, something told me not to do the coverage for Fat Joe. Something told me not to. I don't know. I was just like, I might look into it. I mean, I saw the paper. It was just something that was saying, I don't want to do that. So I don't know. So I didn't. And Blackburn followed up on his third letter and call with Cartagena's counsel with yet another email to Cartagena's counsel, this time threatening to bring a RICO claim against Cartagena, supposedly concerning claims that have nothing to do with Dixon and Cartagena's relationship or the allegations in Cartagena's demand letters. Adding insult to injury, when Blackburn last brought a RICO claim, Judge Oatkin was flabbergasted that Blackburn argued that the defendants were presumed guilty of being a RICO criminal organization because they were subject to a grand jury indictment, Jones versus Combs. Judge Oatkin observed that any licensed member of the bar would espouse such an absurd understanding of the law is not just disturbing, but shocking. Blackburn's and Dixon's claims regarding Cartagena, both public and in the foregoing correspondence and calls, are false, and both Dixon and Blackburn knew those claims to be false when made. Dixon's and Blackburn's unrelenting efforts to humiliate and threaten Cartagena into an extortionate settlement agreement to avoid the painstaking efforts of publicly dispelling Dixon's lies have compelled Cartagena to file this complaint. First, cause of action for defamation against Dixon. Cartagena incorporates by reference each allegation set forth above. Dixon has made false statements on his public social media platforms, falsely accusing Cartagena of vile actual misconduct, PDF, statutory rape, violence, and stealing, including posting on his Instagram account at That Strategy. On May 23, 2024, Dixon posted to his Instagram account a post directed at Cartagena, which Dixon notoriously refers to as Lil Joey, stating Lil Joey was dating and having sex with a 16-year-old. We read all of this, so I'm not going to read this again. He put that up top already. So I'll go to 73. Dixon intentionally published these false statements to his publicly accessible social media accounts, which third parties viewed and commented on. Dixon had neither privilege nor authorization to publish such false statements to third parties. Dixon's statements also constitute defamation per se. Dixon intentionally made false statements charging Cartagena with the serious crimes of SA and statutory rape. Such accusations of crimes of moral turpitude tend to injure a person's trade, business, and profession. Dixon published his false statements to third parties on his public social media accounts and in publicly available interviews, and Dixon's false statements and actions were intended to harm Cartagena's reputation and caused emotional distress. Based on this conduct, Cartagena is entitled to injunctive relief restraining Dixon from defaming Cartagena, an award of damages in amount to be proven at trial, but in no event less than, I think it's supposed to be 15 million, because he had 20,000, a million up top, but it was 15. It's supposed to be 20,000. Now this says 15 million. I know he's going to be suing for more than 15,000 because Joe Tacopina's retainer is probably child plus interest, an award of exemplary damages, and an award of attorney's fees, costs, and expenses. Second cause of action for intentional infliction of emotional distress against Dixon, Blackburn, and Blackburn Law. He is suing all of them. He's suing the law firm. I'm telling you, Blackburn about to lose his. He gonna lose his license, because not only that, you got the other judges that are saying, hey, and the other judges saying that it's disgusting if he's an attorney, he doesn't know the law. So Cartagena incorporates by reference each allegation set forth above. Since 2023, Dixon intentionally initiated a campaign of public harassment and falsehoods against Cartagena to cause professional and emotional harm by publishing various social media posts falsely accusing Cartagena of vile crimes of SA, statutory rape, violence, and stealing. Well, we read through all that already. I'm not about to read all these. We done read them up top. So, okay. Dixon escalated his campaign of harassment by sending Cartagena extortionate demand letters through his attorney, Blackburn, threatening to initiate frivolous lawsuits with false accusations of statutory rape, forced labor, and coercive sex trafficking. On March 23, 2025, Blackburn sent Cartagena a baseless demand letter alleging that Cartagena underpaid Dixon and denied him credit for his contributions to Cartagena's success under their oral agreement. Child, not an oral agreement. Not an oral agreement. Lord, not an oral agreement, and demanding retroactive songwriting credit and monetary settlement. Child, when Cartagena refused to succumb to Dixon's extortionate demand letters, Blackburn sent a second letter on April 21st, 2025, demanding payment for alleged withheld payments and credit. Dixon further included false allegations of vile conduct by Cartagena, including purported acts with minors, violations of the Trafficking Victims Protect Act for alleged acts of forced labor, and coercive acts trafficking, and threatened to file a lawsuit alleging the same if Cartagena failed to accede to Dixon's demands within 4 days of receipt of the demand. On April 22nd, 2025, Blackburn emailed Cartagena's counsel, bizarrely threatening to report Cartagena to Homeland Security and file suit without further warning. He also claimed that there was video and other evidence to support Dixon's claims. The next day, Cartagena's counsel spoke to Blackburn to discuss Dixon's allegations against Cartagena and ascertain Blackburn's grounds for threatening to call Homeland Security on Cartagena. Despite Cartagena's counsel requested information during the call, including the last names of the individuals Blackburn claims he personally spoke with to corroborate Dixon's claims, Blackburn was unable to answer such requests. Blackburn further admitted that he has never seen some of the videos he claims support the allegations against Cartagena, and threatened to submit a sworn statement by one of Cartagena's former managers to corroborate the claims against Cartagena. Oh Lord! So then here they're just repeating the same thing they said up here about the $20,000 and all of that. I want to see what they're repeating. He's repeating this. And this is the same thing we just read up top. Prayer for relief. Wherefore, Cartagena respectfully prays for judgment and relief against Terrence Dixon as both counts, and Tyrone Blackburn and T.A. Blackburn Law, PLLC, on count 2 as follows. Damages in an amount to be proved at trial, but not less than, that's $15 million plus interest. I mean, I don't think that he'd be suing him for just $15,000. Because if this was all made up and this is false, this is crazy. He needs to lose his law license. You cannot keep playing with people like this, playing with people's lives, when you are a brand ambassador and you have endorsements. They normally, as soon as they hear the accusations, let you go. They let you go. And a lot of times they don't pick you back up once when you go to court and they prove that this stuff is false. So this is very damaging. So entering a preliminary and permanent injunction restraining defendants from engaging in further conduct of the type alleged herein, an award of exemplary damages, an award of attorneys' fees, costs, and expenses, and such other and further relief as this court may deem just, equitable, and proper. Cartagena demands a trial by jury for all issues so triable. They filed this on April 29th, 2025 in New York. Joseph Tacopina. You know Joseph Taco don't play. So you, Blackburn, you might be out of your league. I'm not sure what type of attorney he is. He got accusations over here. You got problems with your girlfriend's best friend. The way you threatening her, you might need to check into a mental facility. Because how dare you use the court system as your weapon? He's going to wind up. What's up, Touche? Hey, he's going to lose his law license. You got two judges that already are tired and bothered by him filing false lawsuits. And so, yeah, I don't think that he's going to have his law license much longer. And so they went to serve him. Maybe they had a hard time serving him. And so when they saw him the other day, he was at the trial. He was at Diddy's trial. I think I saw him 2 days. He was there because I think Tisa Tells interviewed him, put him on live. This is crazy. This is like way too much. But we living in the world of the money grab, and people don't care how they tear down people's reputations. But this right here, this is crazy. This is why I don't understand, right? Because Busby, he got caught up in the whole thing, this whole, sham, and now he's back to filing these lawsuits, against Diddy. And now all I have to say to that is there are real victims, for real, and that things like this make people just not believe all victims. And so whatever Blackburn has coming, you're going to have to eat it, but I don't think that he's going to be an attorney for too much longer. So I hope he got some good money saved up. And now you done ran over the process server. Not you hit the processor. Yeah. And Tacopina said he lying about saying that he waived. Cha, I can't. Tyrone Blackburn. I'm gonna need to get up early enough to turn on the breakfast. Did y'all give this guy donkey of the day already? Because he needs to get donkey of the day. You're going to throw your whole legal career away because you chasing, quick pays. He's looking for a quick payday. But this is disgusting. He went. Way too far is not even enough to describe how far this guy went with this lawsuit. You went all the way and filed the lawsuit. You actually filed the lawsuit. So, I don't know. But I'm getting ready to get out of here. It's just 11:44. We're going to see what happens and what comes out of the lawsuit that was filed against Justin and Diddy. Ciao. We're going to have to see. But as of now, that's what they're saying. That the girl filed the lawsuit. Said they raped her. So we just have to wait and see. So we're going to get ready to get out of here. And I still have to end the show the way I always do, by bringing awareness that men get breast cancer too, because a bar complaint. Yes, they should already be filed, but they need to get together and file, because he admitted to not having all of this stuff that you have been harassing him with. You spoke to the minor, but then they spoke to whoever, and the person said they never spoke to you. Then you're admitting that you didn't see any evidence from the complaint that this Dixon guy is telling you. You just believed your client. Child, take his license. He get donkey of the day on the Breakfast Club. I'm going to end this the way I normally end it, by bringing awareness that men get breast cancer too, because of the stigma surrounding the word breast. We changed the word to peck and or chest cancer over here. So let's continue to stop the stigma and bring awareness that men get breast cancer too. And to all of my ladies, please make sure, Ali said objection, please make sure that you're getting your mammograms, filling on your boobies to make sure that you are all right. All right? Don't you dare let anyone come into your house and disturb the peace that passes all understanding. I am Survivor Speaks, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream. I'm going to bed. Make sure I'm not going to see anything go live again today. All right. Thank y'all. Thank you, Ali. Thank you for always just hopping on up in here. I'll see you guys later. Peace. I don't know.
Survivor Speaks is the name at the end of the day. People love me or hate me, I don't care either way. Breast cancer busted through like a leaf in the night. A cancer's ass was knocked out before the end of the fight. A champion coming through, knocking everything out. This is how if you see, I do nothing for clout. Just like cancer, I'll let nothing take me out. So be respectful when you step foot inside of my house. Or prepare to have your ass escorted on out. So hop up out the bushes, wrap your feet, take a seat, and get comfortable and chill with your girl. Survivor Speaks, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Who, what? I'm Survivor Speaks. What time is it? What time is it? It's time for you to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you get a notification each and every time that I go live. Yeah.